What's happening up there? Captain, what's going on?
I don't know. Someone exploded into the water.
I think I see something in the distance. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Linard here, and I'm so happy to announce this brand new series, Building Kingdom of Galkin. The last update was built in secret, but this time I would like to take you guys with me and show you the exact process of how I'm building a massive update like the last one. The 1.7 update is a very special one, because I'm rebuilding one of the biggest cities in Kingdom of Galkin, Abyss. This area is really old and needs a renovating, but I want to build it from scratch. I'm not sure what to do with these builds. I will probably get rid of it all, but if you have an idea, tell me in the comment section. These videos take a lot of time to make, so if you like what you see, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. Thank you very much, and let's go! So let's start with the planning part. This is important for me because using this method, the actual building will be faster, more organized, and better looking at the end. I've created sort of a planning sheet which you can download. The link will be in the description. The first step is thinking of ideas and writing them down, then come up with a name for the project. The next is drawing a sketch of the map, which is optional, but I found it very helpful. Do it with Photoshop or on a piece of paper. The next step is choosing the location. As I said, I want an Egyptian type city. I did some research and wrote down a couple characteristics like the biomes, the weather, temperature, and also where the actual city will take its place. Next is the terrain. I list the materials used for the terrain and note different key locations. The style is very important to plan to make a realistic building scheme. Worth noting the materials, the colors, the design of different areas, and the shapes you're using. Next step is the resources. Think about the export-import products and what they mine, eat, farm, and trade. This is helpful with the layout, the building types, and the interior. Then we have the tiers. This is where you separate the city into different areas and districts. From the poorest to richest, the soldiers area, the castle, and the docks. I usually do 6 to 9 districts. Next is the builds. Decide on what buildings to include in your project. I have my buildings list PDF download link in the description. Check it out and write down which one of those you want to build. The details step is basically the same, but here write down all the details you want to make on the streets, like ramps and cranes, for example, or in the interior. The last part is the lore. I like this one very much. If you want to be an expert builder, you should build with a purpose. For example, if you have a lot of stone builds, make a stone quarry near your city. So, the lore helps a lot with purpose, and I honestly like to come up with a great story. I also included my Pinterest profile where I collected my favorite photos and sorted them by build category. So if you need some inspiration, head over to Pinterest/Kingdom of Galkin. And we completed the hardest part. So, we are in Worldpainter, and the first thing to do is selecting the area where we want our build to be. So I'm just getting rid of all the unnecessary terrain here. And let's start building the continent. Let's do some mountains around the actual city. here I'm making a custom layer for the river. It changes solid blocks to 2 block deep water. Then some more mountains. And the road. I'm painting everything with sand here and building the different tiers. This is where I want to build some geysers later on in the season. And here I'm painting the actual biome for the continent. Now for the roads. This will change later on in Minecraft, but I'm using path blocks to draw them. And let's start with the first area. The place for tier 1 and the farms. And also the village area. Drawing the buildings with red terracotta, which I will replace with the fitting blocks later on. This is a failed attempt on drawing the barracks. This will also change later. Now I'm actually drawing the first area and the riverside. Going up to this beautiful oasis. In here we will have a huge terracotta mine. I really love how this looks already. Now, let's draw some builds. We are at the castle area. Drawing this was awesome, but building it will be mind-blowing. I've added some more mountains around this area, so it won't look so straight. It took some time to figure out the colors, and I went with the sand and sandstone. In here I'm working on the farm area with the Squire's Manor. I've added some coarse dirt around the road's edges to make it better looking. Now for the main city, starting with Tier 2, Docks, Tier 3, 4 and the Arena. I'm starting with the wall and the towers separating the districts, then the actual builds. I've decided to raise up the arena district, but not as much as the castle area. I'm using custom terrain to separate the districts with this cool mix. This will look so awesome. Some more towers and walls, then let's start with tier 3. And fix some things. And let's continue tier 4. These will be the pyramids here, then some rich houses. Then the sewer building, the prison, the forgery, some statues, the fort, the library, the school, the university, the city hall, a garden, temple, and lots of big houses. And lastly, the chariot arena and the elytra track. The volcano will be a key location in the story. I have to make it extra cool. Then I'm adding some greenery to the ground. And the pillars for the aqueduct going through the city. The terracotta mines need some buildings also, and I had a great idea, which you will see later on in the season. Then I'm coloring the buildings to their matching material. And we are done. Just look how beautiful this looks zoomed out. But this will look even better when I'm done building it. I can't wait to start it, because this will be my favorite city of all for sure. And that's it for today, guys. If you want to download this map as it is now, check out my Patreon page for more info. And thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next episode. Goodbye. Now let's start painting everything with Worldpainter.